Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Mike here with Axion and our 2021 Audi TTRS. And we are going to be installing the Eventuri intake. Tons of info on the internet about this, so I probably won't go into too much detail. But it will make for a nice video and show you guys what we're doing with our TT. Alright guys, so we've got quite a bit taken off already. You've got to take off this pipe that goes to the intake here. And take this off. You have a clamp here on the turbo inlet. You also have to take that little screw off so you can get the pipe out. Battery box is, the air intake box is super simple. It's just a bunch of T25s all around it, lifted up from the rubber grommets. Super simple. And then there is an actual bracket with two T27s that holds in the bracket for the actual airbox underneath. You also have this, which gets secured. This is the vent for the DSD trans, which we'll be doing a catch can for that later. It does put some oil out. Yeah, so we're gonna take this out and start cleaning everything up. All right guys, so this spot right here on the 2019 Eventuri include this. Doesn't have the gaskets on it. Those are going to be on the existing pipe that connects to the airbox, so just pull them off. They're a lime green color, and you just bolt this on with two bolts. This is going to be them here. So the next part you're going to have to do is actually move this bracket right here. Just basically held on with some threads on the bracket behind the sensors. So you're just going to want to use a screwdriver to kind of pry that back forward, and then take the plastic bracket off, move some of these wires right here, and you're going to slide it down, and there's a bracket that comes with the intake that lets this get out of the way to make room for the Eventuri tube. So I actually just took the plugs off, and it gives you a little bit more room to see, but you just basically push it away from the firewall and it comes off. All right guys, you can see we've put the bracket here on the firewall. Comes with a nut in the kit. And then it also comes with a heat shield, which you do not take the factory one off. It's still existing under there. This one goes on top. Keep the bracket, take the plug out with the wiring, and use the supplied hardware. And this is actually going to let the intake rest on it. And now we'll come down and take care of these hoses right here. All right guys, so these little hoses come with this. They actually are slit, so they just basically go around the water lines down here. So they just add basically a little bit of material there so it's not rubbing on the actual Eventuri intake. Okay guys, you'll notice this coupler that goes on the turbo inlet has a high side and a low side. You can mark where the high side is. I already know because it's obvious, but you're going to want to have the high side kind of like that. So the high side is basically right by the firewall. All right guys, you're going to remove the two nuts out here. Keep this bracket in place. This will basically just slide right on there. This will actually hold the Eventuri in there. Now it's time to put our first carbon piece in. So let's get going. All right guys, so you want to keep the clamps fairly loose and not tighten. This carbon's going to sit right on there. And then we're going to push our filter system right up into here, and you got to push it as far back as it can go because you need to make room for this cowl up front. So you don't want to tighten anything, you don't want to secure these. We want this as close as it'll kind of be, and then we can put the cowl in here. Make sure you kind of put like a cloth over this area right in here, just because when you're putting the cowl in, you don't want to scratch the carbon. All right guys, the intake is all in. We just have to hook up these last hoses. Those are the final pieces. You can see the bracket goes there. I'm probably gonna tweak a couple things just to get it to fit perfect, but that's it on. Be sure to leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. I'll also have a driving video soon. All right, guys, all finished. Cover's on, everything's hooked up. The hose is in place, and now time to check it out. All right, guys, just cruising a little bit, wanting to hear the intake. It's pretty noticeable. I wanted to do it before the exhaust so I could actually hear the difference. Still running stock exhaust, but you'll definitely hear the turbo noise.